my background good, or should I change it? You like it?
Just leave it.
Cool.
Well, I've already hit record, so we're fucking going. We'll go live. We're doing fucking live.
We're doing it live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
Welcome back to Four Men and a Little Podcast. It's been about 4 years. We're trying to do the math, and none of us are that good at math, so we'll just assume it's about 4.5 years. My name is Shawn Farrell, accompanied, as always, by Nick Adrian, Chaz Mancuso, and Marcus Taylor. Hey, guys. What have you guys been up to since the last time we potted?
Let's do
What's up, everybody?
Well, since the last time we podcast,
I said potted, please.
I've gotten married.
Oh, shit, that's right.
I've worked on a bunch of TV shows. Comic Book Men has been canceled. I'm coming to you live from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash in Red Bank, New Jersey, right here. But that's been canceled, and Marcus is now an astronaut in the space.
I'm out of this world, man.
Jazz is doing very well for himself. If you look at his,
I know.
film.
Yeah, can't you guys see what I'm doing?
Is
Ignore my hand going in and out of
Is that
the
your
screen.
living room now, Chaz?
Yeah, that's my living room right now.
That's the rumpus room.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So we're in the middle of a pandemic. We thought, why not podcast, right?
Everybody else is doing it.
Marcus
Yeah,
and
may as well.
Marcus and Chaz are the only ones that have jobs.
I mean, John Krasinski's ripping us off now.
Who?
John Krasinski. He's
What
trying
is
to
he
be like
doing?
us now. So we had to get into video, not just podcast. We should have been doing this all along. You guys are handsome. You guys are handsome guys.
What does John Krasinski have to do with any of this?
Nothing. Watch our show. Forget that Krasinski guy.
What's his Tom Clancy show?
His wife.
Jack Ryan or something?
Jack Ryan?
Jack Ryan.
I can't watch that show.
Why
I
not?
can't take him
Why?
seriously.
What's wrong with that?
Because I'm sitting there and the whole time I'm like, that would never happen. That would never happen. Nope, that don't ever happen.
Like, that's
I'm like,
how
well,
real men fight.
Because my wife was like, yeah, because I'm like, because it would be like a simple scene, like he's like a soldier guard would be like, hey, why don't you guys go get some coffee? And I'm like, I was like, that would never happen. And I'm like, and she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, there's protocol for all that stuff. I was like, there's no way an analyst with a gun would just come up and just say, hey, I need to talk to him alone. That would never happen. It's stupid.
You want to know why you don't like any of that, Chaz?
Why is that?
Because you never played any Tom Clancy games or read any of the books.
Have you read any of the books?
No, but I played enough games to know that I want to watch that show.
Look, the premise is good, and if I could turn off my brain, I am pretty sure I'll like it. But it's kind of hard for me to say like an analyst goes to become a spy. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, the Rainbow Six for N64, Marcus? Is that the one we used to play?
Yeah, man.
That one was good. That was a good fucking game. It almost made me want to read a book.
Dude.
It almost made me want to read.
Yeah, screw that.
Well, you read more. You and Nick read more than we do, than Marcus and I. So
I read wrestlers' autobiographies, and maybe the occasional Star Wars book.
I've read some of these comic books.
yeah, that's about as far as I usually go. Is like I'll read like some comics, but that's about it.
I just read a Popeye comic. Dude, Olive Oil was a hoe.
Really? What?
He's all
what year
like,
was it from?
I don't even know. I mean, Brutus was a rapist. That's just a thing. He just like pick her up and Popeye would be like, "Give me my girl back," and he's like, "I'm taking her." And everyone seemed to be fine with it back in the day. But like in this comic book, Olive Oil's like, "Oh my God, he's so brutish, and I kind of like it." And I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" This is nothing like the Robin Williams movie.
Let me ask you, was he a rapist or an attempted rapist?
Attempted, as far as I know.
I didn't know if you read something in the comic that got really, really dark.
No, but like, I mean, if attempted, I mean, personally, if you're gonna attempt rape, you may as well. You're a rapist to me. So.
He's probably raped somebody. He might have never gotten Olive because. Oh, can you guys hear this right now?
Yeah, we're
Hear what?
listening.
No, not me. That noise.
No.
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 Every day at 7 p.m. in New York City. This
Jesus
is what you hear.
Christ! Stop fucking around, Nick. You don't have like an actual green screen
Nick's-
on, so shit's just going all
Nick's
over.
video-
Just listen, you hear it?
Nick's video is like take a
Music video.
What is it? Sirens, Nick?
Oh.
No, it's not sirens. It's everyone like yelling and cheering for all the workers who are still going to work while we all are locked in our tiny homes.
Oh.
Is that what that is?
Do they do that over in your neighborhood, Nick?
Yeah, every day at 7 p.m. we cheer for people like you, Marcus.
They're advertising a commercial for that.
Yeah, they have a
I'm afraid
commercial
you
for
can't hear it.
that.
It's really loud.
Yeah.
You know,
It's nowadays where the fire department now just celebrates birthdays instead of fight fires, because I swear, like every week, all I hear is all the way up and down my street, because there's tons of kids that live on my street, and it's just like I don't know if there's like a 1-800 number that you call and say, hey, it's my kid's birthday. Can you make the loudest sirens during my 2:00 important meeting call? So
it's right. All the people working from home, and you're like, Jesus, come on,
right?
So, Shawn, you're currently unemployed.
Yeah, it sucks. Unlike the comments you may read on Facebook, where I'm making all sorts of fucking money. I'm just saying, I don't know who they know because.
Right, so you haven't gotten money yet.
Well, I've been saving this story for this podcast.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's been like, I'll be calling, first off, for California, the great state that it is, you could only call between the hours of 8 a.m. and noon, Monday through Friday. And a couple of times I called. The one Friday I called, it was like the week before Good Friday.
Call who?
Oh, unemployment.
Who did you call? Okay.
Not the Ghostbusters, but unemployment.
Right.
I'm like, hey, just trying to, the one Friday I called, it was the week before Good Friday, and they were closed. Their offices are closed today. I was like, wow, how the fuck are you closed? Like, why is this not open all the time?
At least 9 to 5.
Yeah, so I'm calling.
Right.
I started calling technical support because I couldn't get on online, which is really kind of pissing me off. It's like I just wanted to know if I was getting it, and I'm patient. Couldn't get online, so I'm calling technical support. Finally, there's another new number they offered this week. So I called that literally 2 days ago. I called from 8 a.m. to almost 8 p.m., 600 times. Finally, I got a hold of somebody. I was like, oh, my God, thank God. This guy was an asshole.
Sure.
He was tired of working, and I get it, but I was tired of fucking calling. So, we were both agitated, and I'm like, hey man, this is my name, the account number you gave me, this is my email address, social security number. Why can't I get on? And he was like, well, you gotta call tech support. And I was like, I can't call tech support. I'm not gonna wait another 3 weeks to find out. He's like, well, what do you want me to do, sir? I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, this is all the information, right? And he was like, yeah, it looks good on my end. He's like, what you want to do is call tech support, or I can, mail you something. I'm like, well,
At this point, mail you, right?
Well, I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, he's like, well, how do you want this to end? I'm like, I've been calling for like 3 weeks, called 600 times today. I just want this resolved when I hang up so that I can go on with my life. And he was like, well, it sounds to me like you just don't want to do the work. I was like, fuck you.
Oh man.
So I'm
do
like,
the work?
right? I'm like, no, man. I'm like,
and over?
yeah, I'm like, dude, I called 600 times. I'm not gonna wait another 3 weeks to call tech support in hopes that I get a hold of somebody. I finally got a hold of somebody. Like, this is everyone on unemployment's dream. I got through.
Right.
I'm not gonna.
Like, I've been calling for 3 weeks. I finally got you, and you're telling me to call someone else at this phone number. Just
No.
get the guy's phone, man.
It's a different number. It's a different number. Now, I heard the message 600 times, so this new number, according to the message, and I don't know if he knew this, said that they can help with customer service, UI online mobile. I'm like, how are you not able to help me out? This is what the message is. And he was like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just illiterate. And I was like, no, illiterate means you can't read. What you're not doing is helping me figure this out. So he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm like, fuck it, just send me something. Send me a hard copy. I just in case I can't get a hold of tech support for like 3 weeks.
Right.
So the next day I wake up, I call. I actually got a hold of tech support. It took me about 4 hours. I mean, this girl was a saint. Love her. Figured everything out. Figured out why I couldn't get online. Everything is good to go.
Yep.
Basically,
Fantastic.
I was using the wrong email.
How could you use a wrong email?
I have 2 emails, and I put it under the one that doesn't get as much spam mail, so that I would get my updates and I would be well informed faster. I just forgot I did that.
Oh my god!
You had it in your email the whole
That's
time.
tremendous.
Are you fucking serious?
It was in your email the whole time.
Are you serious?
It wasn't in my email, but like I was typing in the wrong email. I was typing in the one I use almost for everything else.
Oh my god, Shawn. Okay, so the moment you realize this, what is going on through your head?
Well, that makes sense.
That's it. I would have been like, I'm such a goddamn idiot. I shouldn't have. I should have tried both.
Let me ask you: are they going to give you pay for those weeks you've been out of work? Okay.
Yeah. Everything's good. They were just waiting for me to like catch up on stuff. And another thing I was doing. They mailed me stuff, and I was just filling it out in the mail and mailing it back to them. And apparently, I was filling it out wrong because I was being honest. You know, they're like, "Are you looking for work?"
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not looking for work. There's no work. You know,
I'm
not gonna
and then they'll deny you right away.
Oh, exactly. That's what was happening. I'm like,
yep.
I thought everyone was getting approved because of COVID-19. They were just like, yep, everyone gets it.
Nah. So here's what I know about some of that. So when I got back from Iraq, the U.S. government is basically my employer. When I got done with Iraq, it changes to New York State because I was a National Guard soldier. So I could technically say I got laid off from the government. So then I started collecting unemployment because actually I was going to go back because I was working at Wilson Farms at the time. And yeah, I know, right? That's going back.
Yeah.
And my buddies were like, dude, why are you going back to work? Just collect unemployment for like 6 months. It's like a 6-month vacation. You already have a boatload of money that you saved from Iraq. So,
I mean,
why? And I was like, oh, I can do that? They're like, yeah, just fucking collect unemployment. I'm like, all right. So I did.
Yeah,
and
I went back to school too, right?
Yeah. And what I did exactly what you did. I basically told the truth. I was like, no, I'm not looking for work. And then, and then they were like, I didn't get paid. I'm like, hey, I didn't get paid for this week. And they're like, yeah, you need to say that you are looking for work, even though you're really not, but you do have to say that you're looking for work. You did X, Y, and Z and all that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And this problem is that their systems are on like 40 to 50-year-old computer code, which is why they're having so many issues with the unemployment line, with unemployment system, is because it's on a program that basically almost no one knows. So that's the biggest issue.
Is that the ads I see? They're like, people are now looking for people who can use old computers.
Yeah.
Like, tech savvy and old computers.
Yes, it's on a Cobalt language, which is like really old, and their systems are probably. I wouldn't be surprised if their computers are still running on like those old like PCs from like the 80s. It's crazy. So the funny thing about this whole pandemic is showing of how outdated all of our systems are in the United States.
Yeah.
And hopefully there's going to be a turn of when all this is over.
When I was
Probably
in college. What?
Probably not.
I mean, I'm just being realistic. Probably not, because something like this was completely unexpected, caught everybody off guard, and they'll probably think we probably won't experience something like this for
Another 100 years.
Yeah, another
or until
100
next
years.
season.
Or until next season. So when I was in college, I worked in the budgeting department at my college, and I'd pay the bills for the college. And it's a state college. I'd log into the New York State system, and it was like black screen, like an 80s movie, green numbers and letters. It's like type Y, type N, you know what I mean? Like yes or no.
Yep.
I mean, this wasn't in the 80s. This was 2004, using that computer system. So they might be a little bit up from there now, but maybe not.
Yeah, they don't. The one thing I've learned is that the government won't spend the money on stuff that they need until they actually need it.
Right. Until it's too late.
I mean, that's kind of what everyone does, right?
Yeah. Actually, that being in a tech industry, like that's exactly what it is. Unless they're like Google or what's it called, FANG?
Unless you're in the tech industry and your job is to come up with the new stuff.
Yeah. But it's like they don't spend the money because you'll be spending millions of dollars, obviously, but it's just.
Sure.
But it will save you millions in the long run, which they don't look at, which is kind of stupid. So
it took Shawn weeks in California. It took me. I was already unemployed when this started. I didn't apply for unemployment right away because I thought when my last show ended in late February. I thought, oh, but I've got some people who have things coming up that I might be able to get on, get a new job real quick. But then this happened, and I was like, oh shit, I better do that unemployment. The first day of this whole thing, it was already locked down. Like the computer couldn't handle you typing in even on the computer, it was crashing constantly. And then you try the phone, the automated system on the phone was so overloaded, it kept crashing. You'd type in something, it'd be like, and like, because that's another computer system.
Yep.
It took me 4 days of while typing in the computer and calling on the phone. And in New York, they were opened longer hours. They were open, I want to say 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, they were open for like 12 hours at least.
Yeah, it took me 4 days of calling, hundreds of phone calls, and I don't even know how many logging in on the internet, hundreds of that.
I really want to meet someone who was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I called once, got right in, everything was fine, it was amazing. I just want to meet that person.
Yeah.
That fucking lucky ass person who has no idea what
Shawn,
we're talking about.
Did you get your stimulus check yet?
I did. Thank God.
That's good.
Wow.
Because there was that whole problem you were worried you might be a factor of, that some people who you go to like say H&R Block or something, and they give you the money right away because they create an account, and then that account is.
I'm one of those people.
Does that happen? Wait, are you getting a check? You're working.
You still get a stimulus check, right? Everyone, I think that goes for everyone.
Really?
Everyone gets a. If you filed taxes for last year, then you're getting a stimulus check. Yeah, but I'm actually one of those millions of people that haven't gotten one yet because I went through a third party or a company in order to file my taxes last year.
Yeah, so they got your stimulus check, possibly.
What's that?
They possibly got your stimulus check.
Right. Yeah, so right now I'm going through the whole rigmarole. So because I've actually been in contact with the guy that's been doing my taxes for the past few years. And what he does is that because whatever fees or payments, he charges me for having to file my taxes, I just have him take it right out of the refund. So he uses some like online virtual account in order to deposit the refund, in order to extract the fees and the charges, and then whatever's left over is transferred to my checking account. So the thing is that because as soon as the refund was filed, it went to that virtual online bank first. So that's the information that the IRS has on file regarding my stimulus.
Oh, okay. I never understood because I use TurboTax, right? But I do my own taxes.
Right.
So I was like, well, you put your number, or you put all your information in there, and it just goes back and forth. So I'm like, I got mine right away. But the way that you're saying it is that you basically had like a dummy account for all the transactions. I didn't know they did that. So
I didn't know
that's
they
interesting.
did that either. Obviously, so now I keep hearing. Did like within the past 10 to 15 years, did something else happen within the country where they sent out stimulus checks before?
Yes. Under
What
Bush
year was it?
administration, they sent out like $600.
Yeah, but that was part of your tax refund. That wasn't a stimulus check. It was.
No, well, they did say it was like a stimulus,
They said it was like it was part of your.
but it was
refund.
But it
during your
counted
taxes. It
on your
wasn't
income.
separate.
It's counted as income but this stimulus check doesn't count as income.
Right, and
Sure
also
about
that
that?
$600 came on your tax refund. It wasn't a separate
Okay.
situation.
Wasn't it? I thought it was.
No, it came with your taxes.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. Because I don't remember receiving any extra additional monies throughout the year, but besides that year's refund.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what it
but I
was.
think that's the only one I know of.
Have you guys heard that dead people are getting the stimulus checks?
I'm not
That's
surprised.
correct.
Right? They still vote, so
That
Right?
If
Right.
you filed in
That's-
2018, you're getting a check, even if you've died since 2018.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh shit! I wonder if my mom got it.
When did
My mom died. My mom passed in 2018.
Yeah.
She might.
So
have.
so I'm wondering if
Your
my
sister might
sister
have gotten
got
a
it.
check.
My
If your
sister might have
sister-
got it because
if
she's in
the-
charge
if
of
there's
his
an account still
in charge of
open,
the account.
She might be able to do something with it. I don't know. I don't know how
Wow.
it works when you get a check.
That's
instant.
interesting. I gotta ask for
It's
that.
not even possible.
Because they
Yeah,
use
because
computer
they don't
systems.
check the records or anything. They're not looking at your social
Right.
security and saying like,
They're not-
is this person deceased or something. This basically they're like, just cut a check, man. Just send it out.
Right,
Fuck
they're
it.
like, you got
Oh.
taxes that year?
They're
Send the
just
check.
like, fuck. We're
Make it rain.
the government's the guy in the chair and we're the stripper, man. That's what they're doing.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
So
a bit?
Marcus, you're an essential worker out in the world. Chaz is working from home. He works on computers. You're going out there.
Yeah.
What's a day like for you, man, going out there?
So I mean, so luckily for me, my particular route, the route that I have, the route that I do every day, I don't really come into a lot of contact with any customers or people in my route in the neighborhood that I deliver. So it's a little, it's kind of easy breezy for me.
Do you wear a mask?
So as of what's the date today?
23rd.
I was like, I don't know.
23rd?
Jesus.
24th?
No, it's not 24th. 22nd? 23rd. No, it's 23rd.
23rd, yeah. Okay, so as of either yesterday or the 21st, we are now required to wear masks while delivering mail. Before that, like say last week, we weren't required. So it was entirely
I fucking hear that. I heard that one.
So
That's
so
not at my house.
basically, in order to comply with everything else that's going on in the country right now, I believe they are making us wear masks now while we deliver.
Now, are they
Yeah.
supplying them?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I interrupt you guys? Did you just get a pop-up that said the meeting has been upgraded by the host and it's now unlimited?
No.
Nope.
Did you have to pay for that?
I
No.
hope not.
Nope. Fuck it. If they're giving us time, let's fucking take it.
This just went from our shortest podcast to our longest. Let's go for the record, boys.
Nick, charge it to the company account.
To who? Unemployment? I'll just charge it to New York State.
Format account.
Hey, so you guys know, like Shawn and Nick, you guys can defer your rent, right?
But there's a trick.
It's not
Yeah.
a trick. You still have to fucking pay it.
That's what I mean. The trick is you can defer it, but then it's due at the end of this, whenever they say it's reopened, then all the months you missed are due at the same time.
No, I thought they were
Yeah.
supposed to come back with a payment plan or something.
They could try, I guess. But right now they say, oh, it's deferred. It's deferred for what, 3 months or something?
6,
But
I
then
think.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
6.
Whatever
I
it
think
is.
it's 6 months.
Yeah,
the
6
next
months, but I
payment-
think you could stretch it out to a year. I think.
Well, good luck.
Still, I
The
mean,
thing
that's
is,
like
once that
you're
year
gonna
is up,
have
you
you're gonna
owe
have
it
that kind of
all at
fucking
the
money.
same time.
Well, no, I thought that because because the way that I mean, luckily I'm working and Sharon is still working, but the when I go on to look on my mortgage account, it gives me a link, and basically I can defer my payments and then negotiate with the bank to pay it back. So I'm not gonna have to pay it back like all at once. Like I don't have to pay back like if I say 6 months, I don't have to pay back like $6,000 all at once.
That's not rent.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but I thought that was like a
That's-
policy that you can't.
And that's not even everybody's mortgage either. That's just something your bank's being cool about.
Yeah, I think that's between you and the bank. And,
Oh,
and
okay.
that. But yeah, no, my dad said the same thing. He's like, oh, they can't evict you. I'm like, they can when I don't have the fucking money when this is over.
Right.
I'm not known for saving money.
Yeah.
Like this happened,
Also-
I was like, well, I'm fucked.
Right.
The rent in New York and California, even with the extra 600, that unemployment doesn't even pay my rent. Like not even my half of the rent.
Yeah, you guys are not even. That doesn't even make a dent for you guys, right?
So, like-
Well, the extra 600 is about half of my half.
Right, exactly,
For rent.
right,
But
right.
with the amount I'll be getting, I'll be able to cover my rent and some of my bills, and then maybe food. That's about what I got.
Food's optional.
Food's optional.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking fit as a fiddle.
What
after this.
so your bills though too. Same thing with the bills though. Can you negotiate with the company for your bills?
Kind of. They call and ask for the money, and I just don't answer. I feel like that's been a pretty solid
Where's
strategy.
the money,
I've been,
Bobby?
I did
it's
read.
somewhere down there. Just let me have another look.
I did read that you get that your credit won't take a hit because of it, because of this whole situation. If you guys can't pay, your credit
That's
won't
nice.
take a hit.
Well, I mean,
Luckily,
it's,
my wife's still working from home, and so we're okay.
doesn't matter. It's not gonna hurt or help my credit. My credit sucks, so it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it won't take a hit. I don't think you can get any lower. We'll find out.
Shawn, are you still paying on the Alero?
Oh, I paid that off like 2 years ago. I think that company went out of business before my bills.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
They didn't even sell Oldsmobiles anymore. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm still paying for
Oldsmobile.
one.
So I gotta still pay for it? Yeah, you still gotta pay. Fuck.
Man, I wish that was a thing. It's like you see all these companies. It's like, oh, this place went out, went bankrupt, and these people bought their debt. Fuck that. If you go bankrupt, all the debt should be cleared.
I agree.
Hey, sorry you couldn't handle your money, or you trusted me with it. Stupid.
I don't know how that works, actually.
Me neither.
I've always wondered. I've been in the house for by the time everyone sees this podcast, it's been 45 days, except I've been to the pharmacy 4 times and the post office once.
Oh, pharmacy. I mean, I could go out and about. There's a little shop I buy my groceries from.
I mean,
I needed an inhaler, so I called up my pharmacy, and they were like, "Oh, your prescription's the refill is expired," which I feel is stupid if you have a certain health issue that I don't know,
like an
whole
inhaler
life.
that you've used since you were 3.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I called. I don't have a doctor, so I called the urgent care. Was the last place I went. I was like, hey, I need a new prescription. It expired. They're like, well, you haven't been here in a year. Normally you have to, have a consultation, but we can do it over the phone.
Okay.
I'll send you the email. I was like, all right, whatever.
They're like, hello, do you still have asthma? You're like, yes. They're like, done.
Probably, but it was a $99 fee for the consultation. I was like,
What?
and like my blood pressure rose. I'm like, call them back. I'm like, why am I paying this? They're like, well, we're in urgent care, not a free place. I'm like, I'm not going in there. I'm like, you're the last one. I've had asthma my whole life for 38 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Just send them over the fucking script. And then she's like, oh, well, we can't, blah, blah, blah. Then finally, who's your boss? Just let me talk to your supervisor. And then she came back. She's like, "We'll do it for you this one time." Like, why are you guys being such cunts?
So what, they
It's
called
totally
for you for free, or are you going to get like some kind of fee out of it?
Well, no, I mean, no, they didn't charge me the fee. They said they'll do it this one time. I'm like, I still have to pay for the fucking inhaler. Like,
Yeah,
not about to drop $150.
for a phone call.
Right. So luckily they did, they did me a favor.
Is that a neighborhood birthday party, Chaz? The fireman coming around?
No, I think Marcus is playing NBA 2K.
Oh.
Are you fucking playing video games, Marcus?
Fire.
He is. Look at him.
I'm not playing it. I'm watching it.
Boom shaka lock.
Are you? Wait a sec. So did you put two computer players against each other and you're watching them play?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's what sports has turned into, man.
Is that what people do for sports now?
I've been watching 80s. I watched the Buffalo Braves versus the Philadelphia 76ers last night from like 1976.
Oh yeah.
How do people access that? I've never seen the Braves play.
Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah.
Can you just Google, like, go into Prime and look up games?
Yeah, no, you don't Google it because you're already in Amazon Prime.
No,
but you can search it.
Search engine it.
Yeah, you just type in. I just type in NBA. It has like a bunch of old games all the way up until maybe the late '80s.
Yeah,
a bunch of, and they're all good games. They're all classics. It's not like people are getting blown out. Like they're all classic games.
Yeah,
like,
they're playing
the last minute or something.
Yeah, they're playing like old sports games, like old Super Bowls and all that stuff. All like it's the only stuff that they have. So,
right, it's all we got.
I've been watching this guy on the internet. I forgot his name. If I remember it, I'll post it on
Oh shit,
dude, the fucking all-time Boston Celtics in NBA 2K20 are unstoppable, man. They're unstoppable.
You got NBA 2K20?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a season. No, not to cut you guys off, Nick and Chaz, but
sorry. Fucking it came right down to the wire. Bird had the ball to fucking win the game. He took a hook shot. He missed it, and Bill Russell came out of nowhere and jammed it back in at the fucking buzzer. I'm like, what?
Who were they playing?
The all-time Memphis Grizzlies.
What? So fucking Big Country? Is that it?
Yeah.
Mike Bibby?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, actually.
Oh my gosh, Marcus, let's show us the screen. Like, turn off the background and show us the screen.
Oh, can we watch it?
So while you're working on that,
make sure your TV is wiped off or anything that you shot at it.
You got to move it real close because
turn off your background, dude.
Oh.
Turn off the virtual background.
This isn't working for anybody right now.
Why
even do that?
So anyway, everyone watching, our new Twitter is @4Men Podcast. The number 4 MEN Podcast. Also our Instagram
Look at that.
Podcast.
Is that what people are doing watching sports? They're just they're putting computer players against each other and they're trying to.
Well,
how the fuck did the all-time Boston Celtics almost lose to the all-time Memphis Grizzlies?
Look, you got to keep it exciting, Shawn, or nobody's going to keep watching the fake game.
Well, I'm pretty sure Marcus made the teams, right? I actually just watched Boston versus Atlanta. Dude, Dominique Wilkins was a beast, man. I just watched them in 1988, Game 7. The winner went on to face the Detroit Pistons.
Isaiah Thomas?
No.
Pre-Isaiah.
Oh, no, yeah, Isaiah Thomas. That's when they went back-to-back champs, the Bad Boys of Detroit.
So I've been watching this guy on the internet set up obstacle courses for his hedgehog and do commentary over it. It's pretty good. Pretty good
stuff. Yeah, everyone has a lot of time on their hands now. So they're doing like all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Marcus, is that your haircut on purpose, or have you just gone full Hulk Hogan?
I've gone full Hulk Hogan.
Is it long in the back?
Well, no. He has a real job. It's gotta be presentable.
Yeah. I am a real American.
I like it. So I'm still trying to figure out this whole Zoom app. and it gives you the option of having everybody on the screen at the same time at the bottom. But then if you remove that, then you guys just show up whenever someone talks.
Yeah,
I think I like that one better.
I don't.
No,
But
neither do I. I like looking at all you guys at once.
Yeah.
Oh man, it looks like a fucking TV show. It's awesome.
This whole fucking time I was watching, like wondering what Marcus was looking at. This whole time I'm like, what the fuck's he watching? I didn't want to bring it up. I just didn't want to be that guy. Until that bell kept going off, I was like, man, Nick, I hear the horns now. And it's like that ain't
right, right. And I was thinking like, oh man, I'm like, there must be a fire somewhere because all I hear is just sirens. And then I'm thinking, and then I look at Marcus's face, and I'm like, he's playing a fucking video game. I guarantee you.
The fire was Bill Russell.
And I'm like, he must be playing NBA 2K because
that shit was amazing, dude. He came out of nowhere. Oh my lord!
But who else was on the Grizzlies? I gotta know who else is on the fucking Grizzlies, man.
So their starting lineup is Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, and both Gasol brothers.
That doesn't compare to Larry Bird.
Oh right, both Gasols played for them. That's right. Oh, right, and Rudolph, right? Is Kyle Rudolph come off the bench or something?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it still doesn't compare to any of the Celtics. I mean, team itself. I feel like the Memphis Grizzlies all-star team would still have trouble against, like, the 80 Celtics or, like, the Bill Russell Celtics. Fucking Grizzlies.
Hey, Shawn.
Hey. How's it going?
Speaking of animals, do you know what penguin?
Chaz, where the fuck are you going?
He's doing sit-ups.
Is it my head?
There you go.
Oh, you can see my head.
Sit-ups.
Yeah.
Sit-ups. Bring it up.
It's like I'm you look like how I saw on my mom's steps.
3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Keep it up. 7. Come on. Come on.
That's a little too dramatic there.
Hey,
you're either going to do the crunch or you're not.
You know, people could interpret that either as me fucking something or
no, it looks like sit-ups. It looks like sit-ups.
Jesus Christ. Who else is friends with Marcus Johnson on Facebook? Chaz, I'm looking at you.
So, let me tell you this. I got a weird message.
No. Hold on. Wait for you.
Okay.
He posted a video of this guy catching another guy fucking a dog.
Hold on. I'm gonna.
No, John. I was like, what's this guy doing? At first, it looked like he was just fucking the ground, and I was like, well, that's weird. And then, like, I caught like he went up, and like the dog got up and like ran away, like she knew she was being cheated. She was cheating on someone. It was like, how is this even available on Facebook? I checked again, not to watch it. I'm not like really into it. Well, you know, just to see if it was still on there. It wasn't. Is it on there, Chaz?
Yeah.
I feel like that's also your O face.
Well, I at one point was friends with him on social media, and I might still be.
All right.
And an ex of his sent me a message, and about like something shitty he did. This was a couple years ago, and I was just like, "What?" I don't know.
Well, I would say tell us what she said, but I really don't want to get into hearsay.
That's the thing is I don't know if it's true, so I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Plus, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, do you know what your friend said? I was like, no, he's my friend, and you're not.
I just thought it was weird. Whenever someone's ex that you've never met, and I haven't even talked to the guy in years, is just like sends me a direct. First of all, anyone who sends me a message directly on Facebook Messenger, I'm just like, this is probably spam. I get like one of these a year.
Is that why you never answer me?
No, I mean I answer you, but like anyone who sends me a link on there, I think is spam. Like if there's not like, hey, I want to send you a link. If it's like I haven't heard from you in 2 years and you send me a link, I'm like, it's fucking spam.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe I talked to him. I think when we played football in high school, and that's about it. You know, but it was like Facebook. We all went to high school together. We played football together, so we're Facebook friends. Like that's about the extent of our relationship. You know, I like some of the stuff he posts. Some of it's funny. That dog thing was disgusting and disturbing, as you can see by Chaz's face right now.
Marcus.
I can't even understand how it's still up.
I guess
He
so.
just
Yeah.
posts some silly shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Harmless,
that Marcus,
harmless,
not our Marcus. A different
harmless
Marcus.
shit.
Different Marcus. So, Shawn, I read something earlier today that I thought you might find interesting. The word penguin, translated into Mandarin, the most widely spoken language in China, is business goose. Like, that's real.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because they wear a tux.
Yeah, it's a little guy in a tux. Yeah, little goose in a tux.
Business goose.
And this brings me up to something. When you goose someone, what does that mean to you guys?
It means like when
You grab them, right?
I thought it was like you pinch their ass.
I think it's a pinch in the ass too.
And that's because like goose, I guess, like bite you.
Yeah.
And like their necks usually reach as high as like the ass.
I have an ongoing argument with someone from the South who said it means when someone like tries to stick a finger up your ass, like through your pants, you know. And I was
that's sexual assault.
Well,
No.
I mean, different terms do mean different.
Isn't that a satchmo?
Different.
I've heard satchmo, yeah.
I've heard that too, but I was like, that is not used.
A finger in the ass, Marcus, is not known as like. Oh, you think it's just someone pinching you? Oh no, it's you're getting penetrated. Oh, but you know.
No, but I see what he's saying.
A
different word can mean something different somewhere else easily, and the word goose already means bird too. Like, you know, it means many things. The guy who died on Top Gun.
Goose.
Oh, spoilers.
Goose.
Spoilers.
That movie fucking sucks. Nobody wants to watch
Danger
it.
zone.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
are you guys excited for the new Top Gun movie?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
I can't wait.
No one was excited for the original one, so who the fuck cares about the new one?
I will come to this computer, you son of a bitch. That movie was great.
Do you think they're going to get all oiled up and go play volleyball together?
I think
Yes.
Tom Cruise can still pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Isn't he like
can.
60?
I'm not
Yeah.
sure Val Kilmer could still pull it off.
Well,
I like
he has good excuse. You know, throat cancer, chemo, like shit happens.
I love Val Kilmer. I just don't think he's going to look like he stepped out of the 80s onto the beach in Top Gun, in the new Top Gun.
No, that's just Tom Cruise. He hasn't aged.
Yeah.
He might be a robot. I don't know.
He's just passionate. He's passionate about, like, he's driven.
What are you guys doing as far as food during this whole thing? Same thing as before, or different?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've actually
Yeah,
eaten a
man.
lot more.
Same old bullshit.
I've eaten a lot more Little Caesars.
That's cool.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, me too.
Yeah, they got like the
I wish I had
$5.
Little Caesars around here. I'd eat some Little Caesars.
You got
Oh my gosh, he has Little Caesars.
Pizza.
They got like the $5 combo lunch meal. It's like the deep dish, which is actually pretty good, and a soda. Now here's the thing that sucks. A couple of times I ordered, like, I keep forgetting my drink, and on like the DoorDash receipt, it says 3 items. I'm like, it says right here 3 items, and the girl goes, they didn't give me 3 items. I'm like, your job is to make sure this is fucking right.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks about DoorDash is I already tipped them. I already fucking tipped you.
Yep.
Like, I can't take that back. And as far as I know, my fucking drink is sitting in her fucking car. It's like, fuck them.
No. Have you ever followed up with that?
Yes, I wrote an angry email, and I gave them they like review your service. It's like, I fucking will. I actually stopped calling unemployment just to do that.
because I know it's either DoorDash or Grubhub. If you don't receive one of the items in your order, then they just refund you for that.
I was gonna say you probably get credited.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's fucking DoorDash because they ain't doing shit. And that's not the first time it's happened to me. And it's always the beverage. Now, the one time the girl goes, I'm so sorry, and she went back and got it. But this other girl was just like, sorry, and they just walked away. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? How am I supposed to wash down with I was trying to get a Pepsi. Like, I planned on dieting the next day. I'm like, I'm going to eat fucking deep dish pizza. I actually ordered 2 pizzas. the combo meal and then the stuffed. Dude, their stuffed crust is good. Extra bestest stuffed crust, shit is on point. Now the problem I also have with them is they don't have anything sweet on their menu. So
no, I remember when I finished dieting for my bodybuilding, they had I went to like I saw like a Little Caesars commercial and I was like I fucking want that. And there's a Little Caesars next to the family video, yeah. And I walk in. I haven't been to Little Caesars in fucking years. Like probably since high school.
I thought it was done.
Right.
So
I think it was for a period of time.
I don't think they ever went out of business, but I think the regional ones in different regions closed, and then they had a resurgence.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they did.
Right. So I went in there, and it was grimy as hell, and it wasn't that clean. But I go in and I'm like, I want cheesy bread and a personal deep dish or something like that. And I'm thinking like okay, 20 minutes or whatever. I basically hand them the money, and I turn around like going back to wait. They're like, here you go, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, hot and ready.
It basically turned into one of those Pizza Hut Expresses when you walk into Target.
Right. And they're like, I'm like, that food was fucking amazing. It was great. That shit was amazing. You can have that shit when you're drunk, man. You can get it fast and cheap.
Then again, there's all these little pizzerias in New York City that just have pizza ready to go at any time, so I don't need Little Caesars, but I do like Little Caesars.
I haven't eaten it since then. But it's just like it's one of those things that like
I'm about to order it again.
Well, I mean here, I can go to Leo's, like, which is like right down the street, and I'll get way better pizza and wings. But
the pizza around here, the pizza around in Los Angeles sucks.
Leo's Pizzeria, Chaz?
Yeah.
No, man,
it's
good.
Man,
their fucking pizza, the pizza isn't good.
It's fine, dude.
Oh, whoa! Fine pizza is not good pizza, Chaz. I mean,
their pizza isn't good.
Good pizza is Picasso's for me.
Their subs are good, but not their pizza.
This is like local pizzeria argument. It's just gonna go. Everyone.
All I have is chains out here. I mean, I got Little Caesars, Domino's, Pizza Hut. Little Caesars probably has the best price.
Do you have the Jets out there?
Who?
Jets.
Like Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a jet all the way. From your first cigarette till your last dying day.
No, I don't think so, man. I think there's a Papa John's.
Did you go to California Kitchen?
No. What is?
I've been to one of those. I've been to one of those in Buffalo.
Yeah, isn't that they have a California Kitchens in Buffalo?
In Williamsville, they used to.
Oh.
California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah, that one.
I think there was one at Galleria too at one point.
Really?
I don't know.
I thought they would have, because I only asked that because Shawn, because I heard that they're like the best pizza in like California or something.
Oh no, I mean, it's tough to say, but there is a place called Lucchini's that opened up. It's part of the Tao Entertainment Group. There's like the Dream Hotel, Tao, and Beauty in Essex. They literally bought an entire block in Hollywood and just put all this cool stuff up. And one of the places was a pizza place called Lucchini's. My buddy was a bartender there, and I used to go there and just hang out. Best pizza in LA, as far as I'm concerned. Which is, in my opinion, goes further with me than anyone else. So.
Right.
I'll
take your opinion over anybody else's in California.
I take my opinion over everybody else's opinion as well.
How are the chicken wings out there, Shawn?
Hey, I don't eat them.
That's why he's allergic to poultry.
I'm getting all caught up in the whole pizza conversation. I'm like, well,
I get good wings now.
You do, Nick?
These guys from Buffalo moved to New York City, and they opened their own place called Dan and John's, and they make legit buffalo wings, like you were in Buffalo eating at your favorite pizzeria. Before that, it was like the best one. Before that was like there was a place that went under, but at a bar that was pretty good, and then the second best was like Buffalo Wild Wings, which is
yeah, they're all right.
It's edible. If I'm in the middle
Buffalo
of
Wild
nowhere,
Wings
there's a Buffalo
is
Wild
good,
Wings.
man.
Better than what?
They're good if they're in Buffalo, but anywhere else, man,
They're-
they're terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm saying
They
the
got-
Wild Wings over here is good. The fucking garlic parmesan, that shit's on
Oh.
point.
I love the garlic parmesan. Yeah, but people don't really know how good wings in other cities, man. I've traveled all over this country, well, in 49 states, and
Which one are you missing?
Idaho. I'm missing Idaho.
Interesting.
I tried to get to Boise, didn't work.
I mean,
Hmm.
that's pretty impressive. You're one state away
Amazing.
from hitting up all of them.
I mean, I worked at a travel show for about 2.5 years, so that's how it happened.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's fine. If it wasn't for that travel show, I wouldn't have seen you as much.
Yeah, I got out to LA a couple times.
Yeah.
During
You
this
were gonna
whole
say something?
thing, I've
For
been
fuck's sake,
using-
Marcus, you can at least turn the volume down.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
I hear the
and
stinkers.
stop going through Bumble. And what dating app are you going through? Is it Bumble?
Bumble's fine.
I
Bumble's
would
where
love to hear about dating in the time of COVID, right? Like, what is a date like nowadays where you don't see other people?
Oh, are you familiar? Do you remember the Naked Gun movies?
Vaguely.
Yes.
Are you
Oh,
talking
remember,
about-
remember the
are you gonna-
full body
The
condom?
full body condoms?
That's basically
Yeah.
what it is. When
Yeah.
you step out of the house, you have to wear that. It's like, where you going? Hot date.
So Chaz is married. I'm married. Shawn, have you gone on any dates since COVID-19?
No, I don't leave the house.
Right.
I mean, COVID-19 is not the worst disease I'll probably get out here, but nonetheless, like,
Right.
No,
I mean,
I'm trying.
it's a global
Shawn,
pandemic.
Shawn, that's
people
gonna fuck you up if you get it.
Yeah,
Yes,
Shawn's
it will.
Especially if
yeah.
you get it. That will
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Being asthmatic, type A blood, a little overweight, those things are not good.
Yep, he's high risk.
So,
Don't go out. Stay home.
High risk
Marcus,
maneuver.
Have you been,
Marcus, what about you? Are you still fucking fat chicks?
No. Actually, I actually got off of online dating like right when this whole COVID thing really kicked into gear. I mean, I'd actually planned on taking myself off of online dating around that time anyway. So yeah. I mean, basically everything's all virtual now. It's like if you wanna talk, if you wanna chat, you know.
Are you doing fucking like
Demolition
virtual like virtual sex or something like that? Are you
No.
busting your nut all over your iPad? Please
No.
tell me that you are not busting your nut all
Not at
over
all.
your iPad.
Not at all. No.
So
It's-
You better
it's-
use some disinfectant.
no, but
It's-
I'm being serious here. I'm serious about it. So
Oh,
you decided it's a global pandemic. I shouldn't be near people. I'm going to stop online dating and then just meet them in public?
No.
Or
No.
do you have like a
no.
new, are you in a committed relationship now?
That's not no. No.
Did you give
So
up pussy for Lent? Just saying.
I like around when this pandemic, you know, like around more people started taking it more seriously, and
Right.
you know things started going to effect. I actually took myself off of online dating. It was something I was going to do anyway because I had paid, you know, I paid like a couple months for like the premium versions. So I was like, oh, you know, once that expires, I'll just delete all this shit because online dating's weird now.
When you do
It's
premium online dating, do you get hotter women?
No, not necessarily. You just get more. You get access to more features of the app. Like you're able to see more. I guess like you can see.
Their weight?
No.
oh,
no.
Joe, a question about premium. Like, is it easier if you're paying for the subscription than if you're just using the free subscription?
No, no. I mean, it's all optional. It's all personal preference. Some people just use it just to, you know, maybe get a conversation with someone. Some people need to know a little bit more about what, you know, the other person might be doing. So I mean, some of these features you have access to is that you can you can see like if someone views your profile, it gives you. I mean, like they're really like when you think about it, there really aren't that many specific features, but I mean, I guess it makes it a little bit more user friendly. Like the experience is more. It makes it more user friendly. So it's like so I mean, like if you're one of those people that that's just waiting in the dark, it's like you're not just sitting in the dark waiting for a specific someone to like get in contact with you. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you kind of got an idea of whether or not they're actually gonna respond to your message or not, or if you just keep it moving.
Gives you like the logistics of how likely they are to go out with you. Hey,
that's part of it, yeah.
Someone's still hitting you up, man.
What?
Because Marcus's phone's going off.
I'm in a fucking group chat with John Klopp and Vasona, and it's like those guys are going crazy about this whole Tom Brady Buccaneers thing. So
fucking John Saborski must be fucking through the roof.
Yeah.
Did you guys? I want to keep hearing about this dating because I still want to hear how you're going on dates without.
Really? He just said we're pretty much just said.
He said he's not.
So you're not going on dates.
He said he's not.
No.
Sorry, I missed it.
No,
I was like,
basically said
he's talking about these features. I don't understand.
Yeah, I basically took myself off of all that around when this thing really started kicking off.
Okay,
it's funny if you say you just gave up pussy for Lent.
Well, Lent's over, Chaz.
It is? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Easter was like a month ago.
So anyway, I don't know much about – I know a little bit about it, but I don't follow Tom Brady very closely. But I read something really funny. He walked into – everyone's locked in their house so we don't spread this virus. He just walked into a man's house
the
other day.
No. It was the neighbor of the coach's house. He just got the wrong house. It's not like he was. It's no, because there has been Jim Kelly's nephew, Chad Kelly, he played for Denver, and then he got cut because he was drunk. He got drunk and entered someone else's house. Tom Brady just got confused and went into the wrong house.
I get he was confused and went to the wrong house, but it's just funny during a global pandemic. You're sitting in your house and a fucking famous guy walks in carrying duffel bags. You're just like, the fuck, man? What are you doing? I don't know about you guys, but also during this whole thing, whenever I see a stranger get very close to me, or approach me, I'm like alarmed. I don't know about you guys.
I always am, but that's because I live near Hollywood Boulevard and there's a lot of shady fucking people.
I mean, I live in New York City too, but before it was you're headed somewhere, you pass each other, but now there's hardly anybody out.
I feel like New York City is just a little different because everyone's like this all the time. So you're used to people being on top of each other.
You were until now. Now there's no one out there except for the weirdos.
I mean, if they go out of their way to go get near you.
So I was walking to a pharmacy, right? On one corner, there's a homeless guy wearing a mask. He doesn't come up to me, whatever. I'm wearing a mask. I'm approaching the pharmacy. I'm about 10 feet from the door, and in front of the pharmacy, every 6 feet, they have a yellow marker because they don't want people getting too close. I guess at one point they had a crowd. They put up these things for people to get in line outside the door. This woman sees me, stops, turns, comes towards me, keeps coming. She gets less than one marker for me, 5 feet for me, and I just go, whoa, 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 stay 6 feet. She doesn't have a mask on. And the fact that she even was approaching me made me realize she's a homeless person who wants something from me, because in this situation, you're not getting—
Is that what she did?
What?
Is that what— did she ask for money or something?
She was going to until I told her to back the fuck up.
Oh, I'm actually loving this 6 feet away from me thing. It's glorious. I fucking hate I just don't like people being close to me anyways. No one's going to be hugging me anymore. Oh my God, I hate being hugged, especially by someone I don't know. That happened one time. I was working.
They do that in California?
Oh, everyone's spiritual.
Oh.
I'll hug you. This is what we do. This is how I am. I'm like, that's not how I am. Someone hugged me and I just stood there like this with my hand. Let me see in the camera. Fuck. Stupid mirror image. There we go. Don't touch me. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? She's like, we're friends. I'm like, I don't even know your last name. I'm looking forward to this continuing.
I'm actually loving how me personally, I'm actually enjoying how scarce everything is because of what's going on. Like as far as the traffic, not as many people, are out. Well, with me being a mail carrier and being outside, it just seems more refreshing that there isn't as many people milling about, not as much traffic going around.
Less noise, more clean air.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hearing. What I heard on the radio earlier that like they can see the top of the Himalayan mountains now because there's no pollution.
Yeah,
what was that video game about the Himalayan mountains? Was that like DuckTales or something, Chaz?
It was DuckTales, yeah.
DuckTales for Nintendo. Yeah.
That shit was difficult, man.
Yep. Himalayan mountains sucked.
Yeah. As soon as I think of every time I think of the Himalayan mountains, I'm like, that level was so hard.
Thanks for bringing that up, Shawn, because that was like my first knowledge of what the Himalayas were.
Yeah. I had my Nintendo hooked up. I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fucking hardest game I've ever played in my life.
It is. It really is. It's like listed as one of the hardest games to play ever.
Yeah.
That's right.
Glad I got it when I was 6 years old.
Right?
Or 7, I don't know, 8.
So I remember when we were able to wait, it automatically saves? This is amazing. I remember I had like a list of like codes when I was playing RBI baseball too. It's like, here's your code if you want to continue the season as is. It's like, well, better write it down.
Yeah.
Or else everything's lost.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey,
RBI baseball.
Shawn, did you go with Donatello?
I mean, his bow definitely reaches pretty far.
It's the way to go.
But what gets me is the water. Always when I'm swimming under the water and the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I always get killed.
The bombs.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, fuck that level.
Yeah, fuck that level. That's where I could really never get by it. I remember at one point.
Turtles so shitty at swimming.
It wasn't that they were shitty at swimming. It was the electricity. Like they had to wait for the beams to go through, then they'd go over and disable something, and then disable the bombs, and you only had a certain amount of time. It's it's fucking ridiculous.
Yep. And you couldn't even touch the sides. You had to stay in the middle because of the seaweed shit.
Oh, the seaweed. Yeah, that shocked you.
Yep.
Which is like when you were a kid and you finally go to a place that actually has seaweed. You're like, no.
No, fuck that shit.
No, they're like, oh, the seaweed's fine. I'm like, it shocked Michelangelo to death. The fuck out of here.
I've been, I don't know why I'm even saying this like I need to promote it, but every day I've got this pet peeve. Every day, someone on Facebook's like, I've run out of things to watch on Netflix or Amazon or whatever. And every single time they say this, someone else is like, have you tried Friends? Have you tried The Office? Like these shows that have been on every single day for decades and won Emmys 25 years ago are like new. Like, oh, did you ever hear of it? It's like, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I mean, there's
every episode.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, Nick, because there's virtually take Netflix for instance. There's so much stuff on there. It's like, you didn't watch everything on fucking Netflix. You might have watched everything you wanted to watch on Netflix, but there's other stuff on there that you might enjoy.
No kidding. Like my Netflix account is finally coming back to normal after having lived with like a 6-year-old for about a year, and she was using my Netflix account. I'm finally stopped getting like the strawberry. The algorithm. It's stopped like
bullshit.
You might still be interested in strawberry shortcake. It's finally coming back to mine.
You could fix that, Shawn. You can fix that. You can go to there's on your Netflix account, and you can actually adjust the searches on the it will have a list of like all the suggestions and all that. You could actually delete all that old shit.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah, so you didn't have to wait.
I guess I could have Googled it. I just
because
Googled stuff.
Because I had to. So because Sharon's mom and her friend came over. Like this is probably going back like a few years, and they they stayed for like a week, and we gave him like access to Netflix and all that stuff. So all they did was watch like B movie black films and all like and
What is
love
a B
stories.
movie? Give me an example, like The Crumbs.
It was just like it would say like
Black Dynamite.
no,
I threw that shit before I came in the room.
no, it would be something
Dolomite
like
movies?
like, I don't know, like a love movie, like a romantic comedy or something like that.
It
And it would just
you
be
just
like
put all romantic comedies in B. You're like,
it would
fuck
just be
them.
bad. It would just be bad acting and all that stuff. So all I would get was be suggestions like, do you want to see X, Y, and Z? And it would have like 2 stars on it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to see any of that stuff. So I
That's a
actually
2-star
found
movie?
that you can actually like go in and delete all those old like searches that they had or stuff, and everything went back to the way it was before.
So because I got fed up with these posts and people being like, there's nothing left, I need the new Netflix, I started doing a hashtag. Every day I'm suggesting something that's not super popular on a streaming service on hashtag Nick's Picture Pick. I regretted that immediately, but I was like, I've already started this hashtag. if I change it...
Nick's Picture Pick.
Nick's Picture Pick.
Yeah.
Nick's Pick.
I should have done Nick's Picks, Nick's Flicks.
There's a lot of if you have Amazon Prime, there's a lot of trauma on there. So
Speaking
I was
of,
watching Surf Nazis Must Die the other day. Classic.
you guys might be into this. Starting, I think it's tonight. So tonight's the 24th, right? No, tomorrow.
23rd. We just had this conversation.
Okay, well, tomorrow, Friday the 24th, the Lionheart wrestler and podcaster Chris Jericho is going to be on Shudder to talk about his favorite movie, which is a trauma movie. And there's a code. If you want 30 days of Shudder, streaming horror movie service for free, the code is Jericho.
Wait.
I
His
know.
favorite movie is a trauma movie?
Yeah.
Which
Blood-Sucking
one?
Freaks.
Huh?
Blood-Sucking Freaks?
Oh, okay. That sounds about right. I've read all of his books, and listened to his podcast a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what the thing I read said was his favorite movie, and he's going to be talking about it, and they'll be showing it on an what's that guy's name? Bob's Drive-In or whatever it's called on Shudder. But anyway, the free code is what I was really interested in, the 30 days of Shudder for using the code Jericho. That's
I mean, that's basically what he says on his podcast whenever he's
really?
his bullshit. Yeah, use the code Jericho.
then it's probably on his podcast then too.
Well, it's probably that's probably the code he uses for everything. That's how he gets his money from sponsors.
Right.
But if you wanna use our code, but we're not sponsored by anyone, so we don't have one.
Hey, listen, if you want to sponsor us and have us sponsor you, contact us at 4Men Podcast.
Here we go.
Speaking of streaming, we're going to have a good friend of ours on, Jason Drago. He's in a new Crow movie that's going to premiere
Short
Saturday.
film, right?
What's that?
Is he?
Is it a short film or is it a feature?
I think it's a short.
Alright.
It's called The Crow, The Fun Boy, 7 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, April 25th on Facebook.
How's Jason been doing?
Good. Should we find out? Should we have him just jump right in this call? And
Yeah.
I'll just give him the same code.
Mm.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right.
Set him in.
Because I got to drop. So he can be the fourth guy now.
What you dropping there, Chaz?
I'm dropping
Might
my
as well call it a
balls.
second podcast then, right? Or make it the same one. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck it.
No,
All right,
he-
Chaz. Oh, you switched sides on me.
All right. Well, you guys talk amongst yourselves while I get Jason online here.
All right. So Marcus, this NBA 2K20, I got. We should try to do a season. We should start gaming together, man.
Marcus, play some Fortnite.
I've been
Fuck
trying.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Fuck you in that Fortnite shit, Chaz. It's like, if we're gonna do anything, the three of us can get back on fucking Destiny. That's perfect. We have a fire team now.
What are you talking about? We
Shawn never played Destiny.
That's true. I
He
didn't.
He just downloaded it.
Is there a game I could get in on? Like everyone's talking about playing Animal Crossing with Elijah Wood. Is that something we could do together?
What? We can play we can play with ourselves, Nick.
What's the deal with Animal Crossing? It looks like
I don't know.
I don't know why it's called Animal Crossing.
Here's what it comes down to. Do you have a gaming system?
No.
Then no.
Then you can't play.
Actually, I'm lying. I do. Let me get it.
Where? So what? You got your Xbox, Shawn, or do you have PS or no?
My roommate has Xbox One, so
Okay.
Xbox One. I've been playing Sea of Thieves a lot with my nephew. That's been kind of fun.
I got this gaming system right here. See that?
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Pac-Man Blast. It's got Dig
I don't think it
Dug,
has online capabilities. First off,
All right.
Galaga, Galaxian, Pac-Man, Sky Kid, Xevious.
Does it have Elijah Wood's Animal Crossing?
No, but
Then
apparently
that's it.
that went viral today that he's doing an Animal Crossing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if Shawn and Marcus, if you guys are playing Destiny, let me know because I'll hop on that.
I gotta try it out to see if I even like it. I'm really not trying to spread my I don't want to play too many fucking games. I don't want
Jesus Christ, who the fuck are you, John Saborski?
Well,
What's wrong with you guys?
I got other things to do, like a podcast.
Oh my God! All right.
At some point, I'll get my job
Okay.
back. I think,
All right. Okay.
That'd be nice.
All right.
but I'll try it out for you. You know?
Yeah. Let me.
Oh God! Wait till
Yeah.
wait,
Just
wait
let me
till
know,
John,
and
wait till John
I'll
hears
hop
this
on.
podcast.
But I'll talk to you guys later. You
Take
guys
care,
have some fun.
Chaz.
Guys, it was
Later.
great seeing your palatial estate.
Oh, Chaz,
Yeah.
what's your other podcast? If anyone wants
Yeah,
to
plug
still
Chaz's
hear
other
your
podcast.
voice.
It is called Thoughts, Things, and Music. It is basically just that. We just talk about random shit and music.
Yeah. How do you know that guy?
We go to the same gym,
Oh God.
and he is fucking hilarious. And
It's
he
funny. I've listened to it. It's a funny podcast. Check it out.
yeah, he went to the what hooked me in was that he talked about sex parties at the gym, and he was talking about like how the I'm like, oh, so
Is this something you talk about on your podcast?
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to bring it onto this one.
All right, fine. Listen to it. It's on the latest.
If you wanna
It's on the
hear
latest
about
episode that's up. So just listen to it. It's hilarious.
Sex podcast. Or
It's
sex
funny.
party.
It's hilarious. He's a funny dude. So go ahead, take a listen. You'll love it.